Discretion is advised for the following program. The Now and Then show is made possible by donations from the following businesses.
King of Hearts, goldsmith, maker of fine handcrafted jewelry. Menage a Trois, custom videography, photography, and design here on the North Coast. PM's Cafe, late night eats for late night people. Southern Exposure, a full service salon where everyone goes to look good. John Chamberlain, signs, murals, advertising, now located at Casper Inn in beautiful downtown Casper. And the Casper Inn, the finest liquors and live entertainment in Mendocino County.
In the beginning there were the words, and the words were, "Let there be lights, let there be camera, let there be action, let there be live from Mendocino." It's the Now and Then show, starring that ever-beginning, image-completing, active kind of guy, Odd Bob Avery. Live music provided by the Now and Then Orchestra. This is Kelly Sanger, inviting you to join us for 60 minutes of great fun and interview. We have Doug Nunn and Tracy Burns, local comedians, an interview with Larry Fuente on tape, the debut of the Now and Then Gourmet Review, and holistic healer Aleene Blasé. And now, here he is, the man that regards every moment as a new beginning, and each new beginning as an interruption of the moment before. Odd Bob Avery!
All right. What a delightful audience.
Autographs for everybody.
You guys are amazing. Truly amazing. Hi, Kelly. How are you? Glad to have you tonight.
Thanks.
It's nice. We have a very special, almost Valentine's show for you tonight. We may have a Valentine's show for you, but we haven't decided yet. But in the meantime, we have a bunch of special guests. We have Aleene Blasé, who's going to be here talking to us about some, what, cosmic things, Aleene? Yeah? Cosmic things, all right. Doug Burns, Tracy Nunn, and if we can, yay. All right. Just back from a European tour, actually England, but close enough, you know. We'll talk to them about that. And Kelly's going to sing for us, yeah? So we have a wonderful show. Plus, we also have some clips from Larry Fuente, who's about to leave on another mysterious tour to somewhere to deal with something to do with something about art, you know. So we'll see that. And we also have gourmet selections for you tonight. So it's a good show. It's a full show. Stay with us.
A few words from Mikey Rooney.
You know what really burns my britches? Is when people try to sit in my passenger seat before I can move the papers or objects I've put there. It's like they don't respect my stuff. So why should I respect them?
Good evening, this is an STOP TV news brief. This just in, Gaddafi canonizes terrorist while comet captures country's consciousness. I'm Joe November for STOP TV.
All right, we're back. And welcome back. Kelly, I'd like to again say welcome as our co-host for tonight.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you back. You were here once before and you thrilled everyone.
Well, that is pretty fun, sitting around.
Yeah.
This
Can you do it
crowd.
twice?
I don't know. We're trying.
We'll see. Okay. You're going to sing for us in a minute, right?
Yeah. I thought so.
Something you wrote?
Something I wrote about being in love with two people at the same time.
Is that possible?
Yeah, look around the room. Now, how many of these guys have done that before? Raise your hand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the story.
First, however, we have a little bit that we usually do on the show. We have letters from home. And they really are from home. Truly, they are. First letter, Dear Baba, I have followed the development of your show with interest. You have certainly come a long way from where you started. All right. Well, I think so too. I think we have, actually. Both in technical as well as programming quality. You guys really seem to be pulling together. I wish there were more people out there making use of our community access station. Right? Wish there were. All right. Yeah. Making it all that it could be to the benefit of us all. I have noticed, however, that the color of your shows, not my shoes, but the shows, right? As well as the sound quality, surely leaves something to be desired from time to time. What's up, Bob? Is that a problem with your technicians, or are you, like so many other community access stations, lacking community support in some kind of dire need of decent, albeit expensive, equipment in order to bring us the kind of shows that would get people to watch who would want then to support said show once they had some kind of idea what it could be? This is serial stuff we're talking about here now.
Could you repeat that one more time? I didn't get that one.
Well, I think what the person is trying to say to me, and it's signed Community Conscious Calvin. Well, it may be an anonymous name, but what the person is trying to say, Community Conscious Calvin, it says right there, all right? I think what they're trying to say is that this is a community show, and if you, our viewers, don't support us, don't give us time, technology, equipment, personality, personnel, if you have something to contribute, give it.
Oh, yeah.
We'd love to have it. Yeah.
Can I have your autograph?
Oh, my God.
Woo! Now we're talking.
How much do you want?
That's AIXA.
No, I have it down, I think. Yeah, there we are.
Thanks.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Can the color handle this? I can blush, and I am. If you have something to contribute, really, and you have time, or you have expertise, or you have technology, or equipment, you have some cameras or tapes or anything, give it to us, because, we need it. People here actually spend money to be on this show. They have to get babysitters, some of them, right? And that costs money. They have to take their time. Our producer spends an incredible amount of hours trying to get this thing going. All right, please, if you can support us, do it. We'd love to have it in any way you can. Just come and watch us, like you guys. Thank you. We can do it. Thank you to all of you. Dear Odd Bob, sure was a colorful Christmas show. You sure were colorful in that photograph of your Christmas party. Where'd they get that
Colorful.
picture anyway? I want to know where they got the picture. Really, Bob? Oh. And don't try to deny it, because it was you I recognized because of the legs. The same legs that was getting massaged a few shows back.
What's this?
You weren't here,
I
were you?
missed that show.
You did, didn't
Yeah.
you? Damn shame.
Yeah, it sounds like a hot one.
And that Declan guy, boy, he sure can't tell a joke worth laughing.
Oh, poor Declan.
But you better have him back as a regular, because he's mighty sexy.
Yeah.
And he looks like the kind that could learn.
Who wrote that?
Hungry Helen. Declan, I hope you're watching, man, because somebody loves you. Dear Bob.
Oh, God.
This is the best part of the show, right,
I think
Kelly?
Jackie wrote that. I don't know about
Jackie?
Hungry Helen. Yeah.
Jackie who? Never mind. You guys sure have some interesting guests. I was so turned on over your last show with Jay Frankston and Lee Edmondson telling us about the Christmas story that I went out and bought some tickets. That's turned on. I want to tell you that's turned on.
Right.
And boy, was I glad I did. I really got my money's worth. What a great show. Thanks a lot for letting us know what was coming up. It would be neat if you could have on more people promoting what they are doing in the area, like it would sure be neat to see George Carlin. Sure would be. On our own very own TV station. Or maybe Taj Mahal, or you get the idea. Keep up the good work. Yeah, we do get the idea. Thank you. There's Georgia Suncrow from Little River. It's hard sometimes to know when we're going to do a show, and if we're doing a show, to get somebody on. George Carlin did talk to me about that, and he said, I have a videotape for you that I will give you, but it wouldn't do much good because he's already been here and gone. Right? Now, maybe he'll give us one that we could show just for a filler sometime. Oh, yeah.
Did you get his autograph?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
Yeah, he gave me a poster, and he said, Dear Bob, stay odd.
Oh.
Nice man, a very pleasant, unpretentious man, and he liked being here. Good for us. Right?
Yeah.
All right. And the food bank made a lot of money. And that was good. Okay, Kelly, it's your turn.
Oh.
You're going to sing for us now?
Sing a little song.
Yeah, you could take that little thing off, and Kelly's going to sing for us a song that she has written, and we're delighted to have her. Kelly, thank you.
You could have had me. I was ready for romance. You should have loved me when you had the chance. I am tired of dropping my rose petals down a well. He loves me not. He loves me now. But it took too long to tell. Mother, mother, can you help me? What am I to do? Someone slipped past my defenses. Now I'm in love with two. Is it bad? Is it wrong? Do you believe me when I say it will break my heart? It will surely break my heart if either goes away. But I'm being forced to make a choice. One partner for this dance, and I'm gonna die when I hear him say, you should have loved me when you had the chance. Oh, you should have loved me when you had the chance. Thanks. Thanks so much.
Kelly Sanger. Fantastic. Kelly, I want to thank you very much. We'll be back with Kelly because she's our co-host tonight. And let's take a break for the band and a couple other surprises, and we'll be right back.
And now, a few more words from Mikey Rooney.
My mom always writes happy birthday cards, happy New Year cards, new arrival cards, late departure cards. I don't.
Good evening, this is an STOP TV news brief. This just in, Libya escapes U.S. incursion through rare occurrence. Reagan remains alert during security briefing. I'm Joe November for STOP TV.
Never fail to impress me.
They never rehearses why.
That may be it. Hadn't thought of that. Oh, son of a gun. Well, welcome back. Here we are, Now and Then. Kelly, thank you.
Yeah, good.
You spent some time in Europe, huh?
Yeah, I just got back from France. I stayed there for almost 3 months. I had friends over there, and I went over there to seek my fortune.
Did you get it?
Well, I spent a fortune. No, I didn't really. I had a good time. I met a lot of people that were influential that want to help me with singing, so I'm psyched up about going back there.
When do you go?
In February 10th.
You mean
yeah, from
now?
Mendo, yeah. Trying to get rid of
Oh,
all my
no.
stuff and pack up.
No.
Well, I might come back with my tail between my legs in a week. I don't know. But
I doubt it.
no, it's
After what we saw, I doubt it very
no.
much.
It's fun though over there. It's real exciting to be in another country. I didn't understand a word that was said to me for 3 months about.
Where were you? England?
No, I was in Paris, France.
Oh, France. Oh,
Yeah, it
well, I
was
can
great.
understand that. You know, England is
Oh,
hard, but
God.
France is worse.
The food and the champagne and the caviar, it's all just like they say, you know, big fantasy. It was great.
Why is it more receptive for performers or singers in Europe than it is here?
You know, I noticed that over there because in France, I think the people work and they have a job that they do. They're bankers, they are investors, they're housewives or whatever. They have a profession, and it's part of their culture not to be crazy like we are in America, you know.
Crazy?
You guys, we do, no, but we say what we think, we do what we want, we wear what we want, we eat when we want, sleep, whatever we do, very free, and we're not a repressed people, especially in this town around here. I mean, you know, individuality is at a peak here, and
Doesn't
it's
make
not,
us crazy.
well, I meant that as a high compliment.
Oh,
I
good.
meant that as that. But I think in Paris that people were very impressed if I said, oh yeah, well, I'm a singer. And they were like, huh. Well, you say that here and it's big deal. I mean, we have a million of them, one on every street corner.
Okay.
Not that it
You
makes
mean
you...
because they can't do that there?
Yeah, because they're in their little life and they go to work and they don't take a chance to express themselves creatively if it means giving up their job and their money and whatever. Well, like a lot of people around San Francisco or Santa Rosa or anywhere in America, you know.
Would give up their job or their money?
Well, I would say in this community, we are surrounded by talented people who are eccentric, interesting, and unique. Musicians,
You mean these guys?
actors,
Yeah,
dancers. We're surrounded by pretty talented and creative people.
We truly are.
Yeah,
Thank
so-
you very
yeah,
much.
So it was fun.
I'd like to introduce a guest to you right now. That one. Very good, very good. We're getting this down, you know.
All right.
We have a system here, you understand. That's why we have these mysterious looks where you suddenly look this way and that way. But we have it down. And the way we have it down is just like that, so that we know which camera to look at, and we're going to, which way are you looking? Oh, this camera over here, I see, no. No, I just blew that all out of the water. The point is that we have another guest coming your way right now named Aleene Blasé. And Aleene is, from what she was telling me earlier, a fairly cosmic person, but I'm not sure I understand what that means. So we're going to find out what that means right now. Aleene, are you here? Well,
Thank you.
please sit down. I want to know where this idea of cosmic came from.
That was not my word.
Did I make that up?
You did.
I did?
I have
Well,
no idea.
Then I'm responsible, aren't I? Right. Well, we talked about this a little bit, and we came to no conclusions, which is cosmic in its own right.
Absolutely.
Tell me what you'd like to talk about tonight.
Well, I was hoping you'd tell me what you'd like me to talk about.
Well, I have several questions for you. In fact, I have a whole bunch. You know, we're going to have fun now, all right?
Great.
Now, we talked about falling in love, for
Yes, we
instance.
did, didn't we?
All right. Now, what is falling in love?
That's a good question.
I'm glad I asked you.
What do you think falling in love is?
I think falling in love is a unique experience. What do you think falling in love is?
I think it's a unique experience, too.
Okay, we've done that question. Now,
Good song
why
material.
don't you, you like this? You're going to write this down? Okay.
That's what it's for. Good song material.
No, truth is, what do you do?
What do I do? Well, one of the things that I'm involved with is healing work in the area, and which covers a really vast. It's always really hard for me to explain what I'm involved in, because when you put a title on it, it makes it so limited. But
Well, don't put a title.
well, that's what I was trying not to do. That's why I hate to.
Oh, gosh.
So then
Forbidden.
how do we talk if we don't sort
Put a
of put
title
it?
on
Way
it.
to go, Cosmic.
I don't want to put cosmic on it, or but
Something beyond the ordinary.
right, something.
Right. Which is what?
Something that involves combining all that we are, like body, mind, and spirit.
Okay.
And so what I'm involved in is holistic work, where my understanding is that you cannot just treat one part of someone's experience. You have to involve the whole person. And that means involving their understanding of what body, mind, and spirit is.
Well, when you say treat somebody, that implies a problem,
You're right, it does.
right?
Yes. Well, people think they have problems. And so what happens in some of the work that I'm involved in is that I believe that what holds us back from experiencing who we are is our belief that there's something wrong with us.
Got that right.
Right.
Yeah. Anyone here disagree with that? No. Right. How do we deal with that?
Well, I think we deal with that by looking at our belief systems and seeing how what we believe creates our reality. Because I think we're responsible for our own reality by our beliefs. And if there's something in your reality that you feel that is really limited, then take a look at what kind of belief system you have that supports that. And then you can change that by changing the belief system.
Truly?
Truly, try it. Just try
I'm
it.
real tempted, you know. It makes sense.
It is
what
something
you're
you
saying.
can.
It does make sense.
Mhm.
If you're hung up on something, then you need to change it, right? Tell us more. Well, where do we go
speechless.
from that?
That's a good
You
question.
can't be speechless. You're a counselor.
Well, I wouldn't call it that, but I don't know.
Well, you don't get $1 of my money, you know, unless you come up with something more.
Well, what I feel like some of the things that I'm involved in, one of the things that I'd like to tell everyone about is that on Monday evenings at the bottom of Little Lake Street at the Headlands, we're having a circle at sunset, which will be changing times as the sunset changes, and to visualize world peace.
Every Monday.
Every Monday. We've done it 3 times, and it's been really wonderful to take that time and understand that the power of what you think and believe can create what's real in the world. So what you visualize about the world can change it.
Would you consider this a religion or a philosophy?
Well, I don't know really religion is so rigid.
Well, may
You know,
not
for
be.
me.
I mean, you know.
For me, it's I've spent most of my life delving into many different religious philosophies, and I think what this is just understanding that within you you have the answers to everything that you need.
Is this not what's the church that's in trouble right now with all the...
Scientology?
Yeah. Right.
No.
Is it
Well,
not
I don't...
the same thing that they're saying?
I have no idea what their philosophy is.
Something like that.
But well, perhaps so, but what I'm saying is that, you know, when we look for gurus and spiritual teachers, I find that when you find a real teacher, your teacher's going to turn you back within yourself, because within you is all the answers that you need.
Okay.
And that through different disciplines you are able to find that. I think in any great teaching, if you look anywhere, it always says turn back within yourself.
I believe that also.
Good.
How do you feel?
How do you feel?
I feel good. How
She
do you
feels
feel?
good, obviously, because she believes in herself.
No, I think...
But no, I think that's a serious, substantial issue, that people believe in themselves. No matter what their religion is or their philosophy, they have to believe in themselves, number one, to underwrite what they believe in.
Well, then you get on to belief and faith, which is what a lot of all those guys are out there talking about anyway.
And that could get very confusing.
Well,
Increasingly.
Well, how do you deal with that?
Well, how I deal with that is by searching a lot. I've searched, you know, I've explored many different religions and many different philosophies. And the ones that I have found the most profound are the ones that always turn me back within myself.
Like?
Well, there's nothing. I studied with a woman called Terry Cole Whitaker in San Diego. Incredible woman. And I never thought that I'd ever be able to go in one place and hear anyone express what I believed, because I'd been so many different places. And what she basically taught is that whatever that within yourself, that you take that time to be quiet and still, and that you are your own teacher. You are the one that you seek. Mm-hmm. And through different disciplines, you can go back into that place and be quiet and ask that place in you that is the higher self, what is right for you. You know, it's like whenever you want to do something, you know, you've got that little voice that's always telling you, no, you're not. And the other one...
No, I don't either.
Don't you?
Well, sometimes.
And the other one that encourages you as to what you are.
All right, if someone wanted to talk to you about what you're professing, how could they get a hold of you?
They could call you, and you could give them my phone number.
I would do this. Actually, it's not that hard, you know, it's not so mysterious, but I'll do that if you want.
Oh, certainly, that would be awfully
Okay.
nice.
We're going to take a little break right now, and then we'll be right back. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, Mikey Rooney, with a few words for you.
You know what I realized recently? I found myself inside my dark house on a sunny Sunday afternoon watching some dumb game on TV called the Super Bowl. It didn't matter whether I watched the game or not. The same team would have won. The score would have been as lopsided as it was. And the whole day would have been wasted if I hadn't, by chance, won the first 3 quarters of a local football pool I entered. I still didn't have to sit there and watch it. I would have won anyway.
This is an STOP TV news brief. Reagan requests reserve appropriations to reroute Haley's comet's trajectory to lacerate Libyan landscapes and terminate terrorist training camps. I'm Joe November for STOP TV.
So far, so good, yeah?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think we're doing fine myself. Yeah. We have a new segment for you now on the Now and Then show. This is a gourmet segment featuring Jim and Vivian. Do you know Jim and Vivian?
I'm hungry, though.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Don't you want to meet Jim and Vivian?
Yeah, let's meet
All right,
Jim
let's meet
and
Jim and
Viv.
Vivian and see what they have to say about good food, and then we'll be right back.
Thanks, Bob. Salmon Point Restaurant. Used to be called Gregory's Steakhouse for people who have lived here for some time. It's located south of Albion on Highway 1. Specializes now in seafood, has a beautiful view of the ocean. Now and Then Show sent me down there the other night to review it, and I have to say that since I was the only person, it's a little difficult to get a full treatment of the food, so I'm going to be looking for somebody to walk by, possibly who's been there, and help with the review. I do have one recommendation before we go on with this, though, that the specials are so long, and same with the desserts, that when the waitresses explain them to you, you simply can't remember them. And that's the problem also. They're so long that the waitresses have to speak so fast, sometimes you're not even clear what they're saying. So my recommendation is that they provide a blackboard for the patrons to be able to read and remember, or maybe just a little insert in the menu would be helpful so people can see exactly what it is instead of asking once again for the waitress to come by. Oh, here's somebody. Hi, come on over here for a second, would you?
Hi.
What's your name?
Vivian.
Vivian.
What's your name?
Well, I'll talk to you about that a little later, okay? I'm doing a restaurant review for one of the local TV shows.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah, well, what show?
Well, it's called the Now and Then Show.
Oh, the Now and Then Show.
Oh, have you heard it?
Great.
Have you ever seen it?
Of course
Yeah,
I
it's
have.
a good show. It's a good show. Listen, it's a nice
Yeah.
park you have there.
Oh, you like that?
I do, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
Do you, would you mind, have you ever been to the Salmon Point restaurant?
As a matter of fact, I have. I was just there a few nights ago.
Would you mind helping us to review the restaurant a little bit? Okay?
My pleasure,
Oh, good. You can
sure.
be our guest reviewer for this day.
Okay.
Listen, let's start with the appetizers. They run from $2.50 for the tossed green salad up to $6.50 for the scallop mousse. Did you by chance taste the scallop mousse?
I did, as a matter of
Oh.
fact. It had a light pastry shell with a large chunk of scallops in the inside.
The scallops were very large. As a matter of fact, even though it's $6.50, I think it's a pretty reasonable price. All of the appetizers were, but the scallop mousse was the best that they had,
It
for
was
my
the-
own personal taste.
Yes. However, you know, they also had sashimi, which I thought was very tasty.
Sashimi. Do you know exactly what sashimi is?
Yes, it's raw fish without the rice.
Oh, that's good. And with the rice, what would that be?
Sushi.
Oh, interesting. It sounds like, have you ever been to Japan?
I lived in Japan. Have you been there before?
No, I never have. I'd like to talk
Oh.
to you a little bit later, maybe about Japan.
Maybe we can.
Okay, good. I'd like that.
Yeah.
They also have nightly pasta selection. That night it was fettuccine, seafood chowder. Of course, they have for $4.50. The pasta is $5.50. Soup of the evening, $2.50. And the tossed green salad, as I said, for $2.50. How about let's jump over to the entrees?
I think that's
quickly.
a great idea.
Pepper steak for $10 and $12. Did you by chance?
I tried the
that?
pepper
Oh, you
steak,
did?
and it was sautéed with cracked peppercorns in a white wine sauce, and the large was just plenty to share.
Oh, is that right?
Mhm.
Do you like to share?
I really like to share.
Oh, you know, I like to share too. I think that's something we have in common.
Oh, without a doubt.
Oh, you know, we have to discuss that a little bit later, I think, too. Chicken for $9, breast, leg, and thigh. Of course, they have roasted duck, which I thought was a little oily and too fatty for my own particular taste.
Really, the person I was with thought it was a little dry.
Oh, well, no accounting for taste.
Guess
That's why I
not.
invited you over here in the first
Yeah.
place. Yeah, look at that.
How about the scallops?
For $11.50, I thought it was really good. It comes with vegetables, right?
Mhm.
And is mixed in lots of scallops.
Ginger sauce.
Ginger sauce, is that what it is? But the scallops were a lot smaller than in the scallop mousse. Did you notice that?
They were about half the size.
But it was a very generous portion, I thought.
Yeah, no doubt
Compared
about
to
that.
the steelhead salmon for $12.50, which was delicious, I have to say, and obviously very fresh, but too thinly sliced with three fillets. But they should have been a larger portion for my own taste and my own appetite. Did you taste it?
I thought it was a little bit slight. Well, someone I was with had it, and also thought they would have liked to have had just a little bit more.
Oh, that was my same feeling. The fresh fish for the evening that I was there was swordfish. Of course, that will change with the season. Did you have any of the desserts?
I did, as a matter of fact. The night I was there, we had fresh ice cream, and it was homemade ice cream as well. Chocolate with hazelnuts, and I believe coffee also with pistachio.
That's exactly right. They also have vanilla and several other flavors for $1.50 a dish, which is an extremely reasonable price, I thought.
And a good portion, too, I'd like to
A
add.
generous portion. They have other pastries that for $3. They serve Thanksgiving coffee, and they have soft drinks.
And you know, I'd like to add that they have classical music as well,
That's
which is
right.
playing in the background, which is a real nice touch, I
It
felt.
was an excellent touch. It was not too soft nor too loud. And for people who go there, when they
Yes.
first walk in, there's a huge photograph of an old mill in the Albion River back in around
It's a
1900,
lovely
loaded
picture.
with wood and picture, black and white, worth even just stopping in and checking it out.
Or
So,
just looking at.
just looking at. Let me just say, in summation, Now and Then recommends the Salmon Point Restaurant. It's really worth going, and you'll have a good meal, good service, very warm environment. Okay?
I totally agree with you.
I appreciate you being on here and helping us
I
with this.
really like
Listen,
that.
have you had lunch?
No, I haven't at
Listen,
all.
I have to go to another place and check it out. Maybe you'd like to have lunch. I'd like to discuss Japan maybe with you.
I'd
Okay?
like to discuss some other things with you.
I'd like that too. As a
And
matter of
what's
fact.
your name, by the way?
Well, listen, let's just discuss that
Okay.
over lunch, okay? And maybe we can talk about some other things.
Okay, that was wonderful. Are you hungrier now than you were? Yeah, me too. I'm starving. You know, what I wonder is, did he ever tell her his name? Ever? I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either. Faux pas, Jim. Faux pas. All right, we're going to take one more little break here to watch Larry Fuente. You know him, of
Yeah,
course.
can I go? Get
Can
a
you
pizza?
go? Pizza?
Anchovies or no anchovies?
With Larry?
No.
He's going to be
I'll
out
make
of
the
town.
run. I'll
He's
make
going to
the
hit the
run.
road. He's going away. He's going to go wherever art goes, and we're going to see what that's all about right now. So let's look at Larry's cut, and we'll be right back.
So Larry, there seems to be a lot of activity around your house. What's going on here?
I've been evicted, Mike, and I'm packing up all my stuff to leave and move to Des Moines, Iowa. I got a one-room apartment there. Just kidding, of course. Big show coming up in the Big Road Apple, New York City.
New York City.
Yes,
What,
that's right, Mike.
Where's the show at?
The
And what place?
It's at Area, the world-famous nightclub and hangout of the world-famous people, the beautiful people.
What's the theme of this show, Larry?
The theme of the show is, the show is called Nightmaricana, which is a combination of the two words nightmare and Americana.
Oh, that's pretty
Clever, isn't it, Mike?
That's very clever. So, do you think this show is going to like catapult your career at all, or?
I'm certain of it, Mike. I don't see how it couldn't catapult my career.
Of course, where it will catapult it to might be another story. Then.
That's another story, another time, another place. We'll deal with it then.
Well, what are you working on here?
People to take over when we give out. See, we've been working awfully hard day and night, and we're going to need replacements soon because there's still about 2 weeks left to go before the show. Let's see now, wait. The show opens the 19th of February. It's now the 21st, so we have about 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks to go, so we'll never last.
Well, yeah, I noticed you have a lot of people working up there. A lot of people aren't local. Did you import people?
We imported people from New York City to try and understand the aesthetic better so we can give the New Yorkers what they really want.
And which is what?
Quickly done, poor quality art.
Sort of like the comment on their lifestyle? Is that
Well, I wouldn't want to be so rude.
Oh, of course not. I'm sorry. So,
Any ruder.
Do you think this will add to your monetary wealth by doing this show?
I think it will subtract considerably from my monetary wealth.
And that-
I'm going severely into debt once again.
Is that your main purpose for doing the show? is
To go into debt?
Yeah.
Not exactly. But I think that's just the nature of art, is it always costs you more than you make. That's why we have the image of the poor, starving artist.
So artists do have to suffer then?
Yes.
They do?
Yes.
Okay, I see. What?
If you equate suffering with owing money.
Uh-huh.
If you don't mind owing money, it's not suffering.
Oh, well, shoot. Then half of
Shoot
America
what?
are artists.
Shoot what?
So, what I was wondering, when does the show open?
The 19th of February at 11 o'clock at night. You
And
see, they start things late in New York City.
When does it close?
Probably Thursday morning around 4 or 5 in the morning.
And how many weeks or months is it there?
2 months.
2 months. Oh, that's good. That's good. And I understand several celebrities always show up for these openings.
Excuse me, Mike.
Oh.
There you go. Celebrities?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
The
like art
place, this
celebrities.
is Celebrity City where we're having this show. It's the hangout, like I said, of the beautiful people. You can name anyone famous in the music or film industry, and they go there.
And is it a dance spot or?
Yes, it is. They have a large dance floor. Basically what it is, should we get serious now?
Sure, why not?
Okay. It's a nightclub, and what they do is every 2 months, they totally change the environment. And they usually have their own crew of people who make the decisions. Their upper echelon people decide what the theme is, and then they have a whole art staff who then constructs what they want. You know, like if they want Fantasyland, they'll build huge castles inside, and they have giant glass display windows, and they'll just do scenes like from fairy tale books inside, all very well done.
So it's like a disco, but art show, disco.
Yeah, they have light shows going on. They have rear projection screens in every room with images flashing all the time. They have a huge aquarium, thousands of gallons salt water with lots of beautiful fish. They have several bars. They have a lounge, a dance floor, a men's room and a ladies' room. Those are the ladies' room is a big hangout apparently for both sexes.
Well, that's good. And what are the celebrities that kind of show up at this place? And I mean,
All of them.
all of them.
You name it.
I mean, can we
They go there,
drop
especially
some
opening night.
names?
Opening night, it's the place to be in New York.
Oh,
It's the place, and we'll have an opening night.
great. So you're going to invite a lot of Mendo people out for your opening. Is that what you're doing, or
I'd like to invite all of Mendocino to come out for the opening.
right?
I can't provide
BYOT,
a
right?
place for them to stay or transportation, but I'd love to see all of you beautiful people out there.
Well, that's great, Larry. So, how many people do you have working for you upstairs? I know there's a
I
tremendous
don't know.
amount
How
of
many are up
activity.
there? A dozen people?
I didn't really
20
notice.
people?
To 20 people, there could be, definitely. It looks like like you said, you're moving, but apparently you're moving to New York for 2 weeks or 2 months.
Right.
Well, that's great.
I won't be. I'll go there and then I'll come home.
Ah.
Because I wouldn't want to miss winter in Mendocino.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You always have
It's the only time of year you can cross the street without getting run over.
Have you been in town lately? You can't do that anymore
Cross the street?
without getting run over.
Even in the winter?
Even in the winter.
And no, I haven't been in town lately.
Well, don't worry. You aren't missing anything. So, anyway, I want to say thanks a lot, Larry, for
Mike, I'd like to say you're welcome.
and talking to us. And
And Kurt, I'd like to say thank you too. You're doing a very good job. You've got quite a staff, Mike.
oh, thanks a lot, Larry. And you do too. I must admit, I have a few shots from them upstairs. And I want to say good luck on your show. And I hope to see you out there.
Thanks. I hope you show up out there.
Yeah, I would love to. Okay, well, so
I can't
long.
pay for you though, Mike.
I never did want you to pay for me, Larry.
Yes, you did.
Good night.
Peace and love.
Now that's art. Yeah, you liked it too, huh? Yeah? Have you seen that before? Yeah? Many times? Well, it's close enough, you know. All right, that's Larry, and he's on his way, and we wish him bon voyage and a good trip and good art. Bon chance. And did you learn that in England?
Non, en français.
En français. Ah, vous parlez français?
Ah oui, en petit.
Ah, bien, 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 bien. Okay, we'll be back en moment. See you in a moment.
S'il vous plaît.
Vous êtes standé?
En instant.
Oh, instant, instant.
And a final statement from Mikey Rooney.
Have you ever noticed how ridiculous it all is? How old were you when you first came to such an astounding conclusion? How old are you now? Any conclusions? If so, stop being ridiculous. Get with it. You're not getting any younger.
This is an STOP TV news brief. Reagan rambles as Gaddafi gambles. 7th Fleet beats feet towards Tripoli. Marines may repeat. Outcome ominous, populace oblivious. I'm Joe November for STOP TV.
Okay, welcome back. Thank you. Well, if you're going to have commercials, you might have commercials like that, right? You know, we don't get paid, right? So, yeah, make them up. It's more fun. All right, we're going to have more fun right now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Do you know who's going to be here now?
I think so.
Who?
Tracy and Doug.
Tracy and Doug.
Tracy Burns, the one
And
only.
Doug Nunn? Back from England? Ah, yeah. Here they are. Here they are. Well,
Pay no more attention to them.
have a seat, my dear. Hi, sailor.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Thank you so much.
Mendocino's own Howard
Hi,
Hesseman. There he is.
All right. Oh, boy. Oh, ow. Wait, that was close. Visual. We had a visual there. Now, where's your packet?
Oh, it's down there. Oh, it's over here.
It's getting closer?
It's getting closer.
Yes,
I'll
I
just
moved
put
the
it
packet
here.
over to her.
Why don't you squeeze over? Because you're so
You guys were gone away from us for a while, weren't you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we were, Bob. That sounds like a leading question, so I'll respond. We were spent last March through into November in England, actually. We were performing.
Was it that long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't lie.
I didn't notice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sometimes we were kind of like a stale pizza. The smell drifted away, and you forgot we were there after a while. We were
Oh, like
sitting
that
behind
commercial
the
we just did.
refrigerator, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Right, okay.
Anyway, we went over there beginning of March and got a flat in Earl's Court and started to be
No,
on
he
the
got a flat in Earl's
He got a
Court.
flat in Earl's
I
Court,
got
yeah.
a flat on the other side of town, and we commuted.
Oh, we should explain what the meaning of flat in England
Please
is.
do,
Right,
yeah,
instead of,
yes.
it doesn't mean that we were driving a car and then car, poops, kind of thing. We got an apartment. Flat equals apartment over there.
Ah, I
It's something
see.
different.
Like a bonnet?
Yeah, bonnet,
Bonnet.
being a trunk, right?
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Flat. Yeah.
Flat.
Flat, a flat, a flat.
It was a
Yes.
little flat.
In Italy, it's a Fiat.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it
Yeah.
can fit in your flat.
Yes.
Well, actually,
I think
a flat, our kind of flat is a puncture over there.
it is.
Yeah. You know, we could go on for hours. We could write a
No,
dictionary.
it's
but,
okay.
you
I don't
know.
want to hear about the hard times. I want to hear about the good times. What did you do while you were over there? You guys were doing stand-up comedy in local clubs and pubs and places of ill repute and all of that?
That's roughly it. We were, we took the show on the road, as it were, and went over to England and decided to perform on the cabaret circuit. They call it the alternative cabaret circuit over there. It's really the comedy
Sort of like
circuit.
off Broadway?
It's like, well, yeah, but it's really, they call it alternative cabaret circuit, but there's no, like,
No alternative.
there's no cabaret circuit.
I see.
Well,
To be alternative, it's just something they say because they're English or something.
Is that what it is? I always
Yeah,
suspected
you know,
that.
It's a good
Thank you,
excuse.
Tracy.
You're
I always
welcome.
knew
It's
that
just
was what was
because
happening.
they're English. It's,
Yeah, well, basically what it is a bunch of pubs with rooms set up upstairs or whatever. They can have like old music hall rooms or whatever, and they have comedy clubs and they have cabarets with singers, kind of like Kelly, who will appear right between a couple of comedy acts. They'll have a juggler, a fire eater, and a couple of comedians. And it's sort of like vaudeville shtick, but it's hipper. It's kind of you see punk comics. We saw a guy named the Iceman, for example. The Iceman stood up there. He had this huge bucket of ice.
Did he come it?
Almost.
the audience almost
Yeah.
came it.
What he'd do is he'd take the ice out, and over the course of his act, with a record that went over and over again with kind of bumping a needle that said something like, "I don't know how to love you. I don't know how to love you." And he'd start over and over again. The Iceman would be blasting away with torches on this thing of ice, hitting it with hammers, smashing it on the ground. Finally, with a sledgehammer, breaking it apart with this song going the whole time, throwing it into the crowd. It was the most dangerous act in London, you know.
Huge chunks of ice. You know, people get concussions and stuff. You know, they'd laugh a lot and then they would die.
This is latent punk.
Yeah.
It was strange.
And
It was
he looked like a professor, too. That was the amazing thing. And only an Englishman could pull off something like that. And we saw, there was an act called The Vicious Boys, and they were two tough guys, a guy named Angelo, a little tough guy, looked kind of like Rocky Balboa, and another kind of guy, looked kind of like Billy Idol.
a tall and skinny blonde guy.
And,
Remember Rockalips?
Kind of, he would have looked like one of the
One of
Bollocks
those?
brothers
Yeah.
or something, yeah. And anyway, they'd come out and they'd do movie clips, and so Angela would go, "We'd like to know a movie you'd like to see tonight," and they'd say something like, well, ever Apocalypse Now. So he'd run up to the back and he'd go, chick-a-ding, play. And they'd act out a video skit, sort of like what you do in 7th grade, and it's a joke, you know, at brunch or something. And they'd make the whole audience die of laughter, you know. It was incredible, too. The weirdest guys you'd ever want to meet.
What did you do?
Oh, what did we do?
We did, stuff.
Yeah.
We did.
I mean, those guys were great, but what did you do?
Well,
You
what
survived
we did-
there for a long time, right?
We survived there. We played on this circuit for 6-7 months, and basically we just took the angle of being Americans and making fun of ourselves as Americans. And we did a lot of the same stuff similar to what we did here, but we changed it a little bit. So there was a bit we did here called Nacho Hostitos, which was heavenly snack food for nuns, and we just changed that. You know, they don't have nachos over there, so we just changed it to Host Krispies.
But they have nuns.
Because they have nuns, both kinds, this kind, other kinds.
Doug nuns and other nuns.
And other nuns, white, you know, nuns. And so we just changed it to Host Krispies because they call potato chips crisps.
Right.
And you get loads of laughs out of that because they understand what you're saying. That's
What do they
amazing.
do in Hawaiian?
In Hawaiian.
Chips.
Hawaiian chips. You know they don't have Hawaiian chips, Bob. I know it's
Oh, no, they don't.
disappointing.
That's one of the things. You get vinegar, you get scampi flavored chips.
Ooh, they have ox tongue.
Yeah, oxtail chips.
Oxtail.
Yeah,
Not
which
tongue, yeah.
crisps.
Ooh,
Yeah,
sorry.
can you imagine? I mean, we've
Tongue,
got
you can't put it in a
nachos.
potato chip, I mean.
Yes, the nice cultural trade. We'll trade you nachos for oxtails. No thanks, England.
Roast
No
beef.
thanks. No thanks.
Roast beef potato chips, shrimp cocktail potato chips. It's exciting.
Wait a minute. Shrimp?
Yes,
Yeah.
not
You and I
mine.
had the same question at the same time. A pizza potato chip and a shrimp cocktail.
Shrimp
What is it?
cocktail.
Maybe not in
roast
France,
beef.
But in England?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
Got international here. Like we can all just tell our tales and stuff. And
Too. I didn't have a flat.
yeah,
Flat.
you had a
I knew flat.
bistro or something.
Fiat.
No.
A bistro. I have pictures of our flat.
You do? Did you bring
You
them?
wanna see our pictures?
Why don't you go ahead and
us,
show 'em,
show us the pictures of your flat, Tracy.
They're really exciting, and you're really gonna like this one.
Go ahead, hon. Show 'em.
And these were in England.
These are the. Can you see this here?
Yes, I can see it.
This is like Merv Griffin and everything. It's exciting. This is looking out our front window in our flat in England. Lots of brick.
It was kind of a honeymooners neighborhood. I mean, it was all bricks and windows and guys throwing up the shades and yelling at each other, you know. It was a real change from, well, maybe not Albion, but it was a change from Mendocino anyway.
Oh, and here's looking out. Excuse me there. This is phone boxes. Not phone booths, phone boxes. They're red. They're all red.
Why did
and that's
they
the
say that?
post office and
If
stuff.
anybody's seen Doctor Who, he always appears and disappears in phone boxes and
Phone
travels
box,
through
yeah,
time.
but why did
yeah.
they say that?
Because they're English. Okay.
They can't pronounce
good.
booth. Booth. Like, booth sounds sounding funny.
Box. A phone box.
Can't pronounce booth, I see.
No.
This is our arch. This is inside. This is our kitchen.
Oh,
That's
my
an
God.
electric tea kettle.
Tracy really
I
likes to
love-
show these. You
I
have to
do.
understand.
I do. This is exciting for me because I love. They have electric kettles.
220.
It's wonderful, and you can just put water in it and they boil right away, and you don't have to waste with the stove. And
Not like our country.
It's the tea culture is
No,
what does it.
yeah,
Bob. I mean, they want the tea now. They
Our
can't
water
wait.
never boils.
No.
You know?
We wait for coffee.
We wait for days for our tea.
This is steam rising in the bathtub.
We do that.
But it's different over there. It's like steam's
Certain
exciting.
days you can't see it.
Can you see that? Oh, okay, one more and then we're out of here. This is Doug with some props, a boy in his
Oh,
props.
Trace, you didn't bring that one, did you?
We
Oh,
sat,
for Christ's sake.
we sat around the apartment a lot and, took pictures of props and stuff, and we had an exciting time, Bob. What are you going to say? spot.
Oh yeah, I see it now. There we go.
Okay, that's it. Okay, here's a
No.
live shot, and then we're done with this, I swear.
What
okay?
about the big pictures? You like that,
Then we
Sean?
go the big pictures. Big pictures next.
We're ready for the big picture,
hey,
folks.
This is exciting. This is like live performance. This is the audience. This is how we opened our act, actually. We'd come through the audience, and I'll put this down now.
Oh, there you are. I see
That's
you.
me.
You're there, right
Talking
there.
to an English person.
Where's Doug?
He's not there. He's taking the picture. And these are like people laughing. Proof.
Obviously a very successful tour, yes?
This here is a authentic picture of us after one of our big nights in South London. And it's with the bill and so forth, a place called Jongleurs at the Coronet.
Sorry, Tracy, we can't see you, but
That I like.
And this here is one of those nights performing. This is the aforementioned Nacho Hostitos skit over there
You
called
see
Host
that?
Krispies.
this person must
breaking the
be
camera.
Tracy here.
Yeah.
Yes,
And Tony Lamb actually took this picture.
yes. Next.
And this here is
I'd say it, I don't know.
a photo of our, one of our, usually did an opening called Beep Holes on Vacation. And this was a,
Oh, I see them right there.
we pretended we were silly American tourists who were just arriving over there and couldn't pronounce anything and always wanted to use the bathroom and basically...
But you had to change that act, didn't you?
Yeah, but the Comedy Store was one of the classic places because they had a midnight show we did, and they'd have 300 people in drunk after 11, and it would all be filled up with drunks who wanted to drink more.
Kind of drunk yuppies.
So they'd bring whistles and bells and
It's
sirens
sort of like
and
a
stuff.
Casper Inn, right?
Yeah, actually, Casper Inn, except if you didn't know anybody and they were that rowdy.
And it was 350.
Wouldn't make much difference, would it?
Yeah, well, actually, you can yell at the guy later at
Yeah,
Casper or something.
yeah.
Hey, come on!
Hey,
You know, one of those things.
Well, how do you feel about the whole experience? Did you do good? Did you feel good? Did you learn? Did you benefit?
Yeah, we'd like to go back, I think. We met a bunch of goofy comedians over there and a lot of people who were, you know, kind of moving up and on sort of in the business over there. And it was real interesting. We learned a lot from watching different people's styles and, you know, got to memorize almost parts of their act. You'd play with them so much. Like, okay, we're playing tonight with this guy. And
It's a family show.
Right, yeah. Oh, that part's of that act, right? Well, we didn't see that much.
Memorizing acts.
Yeah.
So you will go back
Yeah, I hope we hope so. Yeah. We hope so.
as a team?
Next one. Yeah, we'd like to go back, something like that. Yeah.
I guess so.
Independently?
No, we would go back as a
We'll-
team, or
we'll
go back with
as a
more
team.
people, even if we could, too. Probably.
Do we get to have a sample of what you do here sometime?
Yeah, I would hope
Sometime.
so. I would hope in the near future. We're going to be.
I love it. You know, sometime in the near future. You know.
Well, you know, it's the vague
Well,
approach, Bob.
actually, if you're really eager to, you know, catch the act,
I'm eager.
We're doing a show in February. Hit and Run Theater is doing a
That's
show. in
almost
February.
right here.
That's almost right here. It opens February 14th, Valentine's Day. Bring your sweetheart, make them laugh. It puts them in the mood.
Yeah, we're gonna do a show with.
For what?
New stuff.
Oh, okay, okay.
We're gonna do a show with.
Stupid of me to ask. I
pinching.
mean, you know, pinching.
Pinching moves.
We're going to do a show with Hit and Run starting Valentine's Day for 3 weeks. It's called Fiat Yucks. It's a new comedy review. We wrote a bunch of stuff in England, and the other people in Hit and Run have written a bunch of stuff. And
Fiat Yucks.
yeah, let there be laughs. You know, it's kind of a silly.
Is that what that means? Is that Latin?
Yeah, yeah. We're kind of obscure, Bob, but
Oh.
yeah.
I shouldn't have known. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Caesar's having a great laugh, you know. It's
Yeah, he fiddled.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, we're doing that show, Fiat Yucks, and that's with Hit and Run Theater. And just to be exact, who's in it? Ellen Callis is in it, and Harry Rothman and Steve Weingarten, and Doug and myself, and Lawrence Bullock, who'll be
The
playing
old
music.
crew.
Yes, and Sandy Glickfeld, who'll be doing sound, and Carrie Michaelos.
Who is Sandy Glickfeld?
Sandy Glickfeld's a heck of a gal.
New?
No, she's been doing stuff. She did Fiddler and A Christmas Story and
okay, I
A
know who
Face.
that is now. Yeah.
You're gonna
yeah.
see.
But not a hit and run.
She has not worked with Hit and Run before.
Okay.
So this is exciting for us.
Good.
Everything's exciting. It's an exciting
Thank you.
world. You're
Thank you,
welcome.
guys. Secret
Is
pinch.
this it?
Thanks for coming.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
And we'll look forward to that.
Is
Give jokes a chance.
Give jokes a chance?
We are saying is give jokes
Play
a
it.
chance.
Play it.
This was fun. Let's do it again.
I'd love to. I'd love to. Especially the pinching part. Kelly, Thank you for being our co-host, Doug.
Good night,
Tracy,
Kelly.
thank you.
Good night, Kelly.
Good night.
February 14th. We'll get to see you guys.
February 14th.
All right.
Be there, be square.
Thank you all for being here tonight. We've had a wonderful show. Lots of surprises. More to come.